On Tuesday, your Health Minister blamed elderly Territorians for his failures to reduce pressures on our hospitals despite 30% extra funding from the federal government. He failed to mention that your CLP government cut $12 million from the budget for land servicing, development and design of a 120-bed residential aged facility in the Palmerston Regional Health Precinct. The federal government has put up $60 million for this project, which is currently out for an expression of interest. Minister, why is your Health Minister blaming aged care patients for your government's failure to manage the hospital system while pulling your funding for this much-needed project?
Minister for Lands, Planning and Environment.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. And I tell you what, Madam Speaker, I will defend the Lands, Planning and Development portfolio any time it comes up, Madam Speaker. And our Lands Planning Department have been getting on with the job, Madam Speaker. And I was out there just recently announcing the new suburb name of Ash. And when I was out there, Madam Speaker, I saw trucks moving, dirt moving. And you know what's happening out there, Madam Speaker? This land is serviced and ready to go. But you know who hasn't come to the party, Madam Speaker, and it won't be a shock to anyone in this parliament? Luke Gosling. I don't know what those opposite are doing, Madam Speaker. I don't know where Luke Gosling is. Last time I saw he was trying to travel overseas to get Aldi here, Madam Speaker. What Territorians want to know, Madam Speaker, is when are we going to see the $60 million to deliver aged care beds in the Northern Territory? We know right across the Northern Territory, Madam Speaker, whether it's at Old Timers in Alice Springs or up at the new Palmerston area, Holtz, we need aged care beds, Madam Speaker. The Minister for Health has spoken at great length, Madam Speaker.
Take your seat. Minister, what's your point of order, member?
110 relevance. As I said in the question, the $60 million from the federal government has been allocated for an expression of interest. So the question was why have you cut $12 million from the land servicing budget?
Thank you, member for Daly. He's got plenty of time to answer this. Member for Breitling, it's not parliamentary to refer to another member of parliament by their name, even if they're not a part of this parliament. So Luke Gosling is the member for Solomon. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I forget sometimes. We don't see him much down my way in Alice Springs. Madam Speaker, in regards to the member for Solomon, and for aged care, it is so important to understand, and the Minister for Health has spoken about this, so it's really important. At any one time, right across the Northern Territory, there are 80 people right across ENT taking up beds in our hospitals. This is a serious issue, Madam Speaker, and I've seen it firsthand for families. It's not something to laugh about, and it's something that our government are going to get on with. But you know what we need, Madam Speaker? We need the federal government to work with us. When they are holding the keys to $60 million of investment, we are getting on with ensuring that that land is available. Put the money into our account and we'll start building it, Madam Speaker. And this goes for a range of topics right across the Northern Territory. We've seen what happens when the Territory government do not release funding, Madam Speaker. Great projects for the Northern Territory fall over, and that is a real frustration for everyone, no matter where you live right across the Northern Territory.
Look, member for Daly, he's still got a minute left. I know you're going to say relevance. He hasn't specifically got to exactly what you've asked, but he's still... I'm hearing you. Let the minister continue. $12 million, Minister. And he will... Exactly. Please continue, Minister. Please continue.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. In relation to the member for Daly's question, we are investing money in making sure land out at Holtz is ready to go. I cannot make that any simpler or any plainer. We need the federal government and the member for Solomon to get onto his federal mates and make sure that that $60 million is released so we can get on and deliver these beds. Absolutely, Madam Speaker. A lot of talk has happened in regards to this, but we haven't seen any action. And this is the sort of thing we're seeing right across the Northern Territory. I've spoken about those people who are in hospitals right now. We want to get them out, get them into dignified care, get them into aged care, Madam Speaker, so we can save $40 million a year on resources that are currently going into those people to care for them in our hospitals, Madam Speaker.
Minister, take your seat. Member for Daly, you're not going to get what you want, clearly, but you can
Yep, no, that's fine.
Relevance,
it's just the relevance,
110
seconds. Relevance. Why did you cut $12 million out of the budget for land servicing? Otherwise, this project would be up and going.
Please. Member for Daly, 16 seconds. You will go uninterrupted.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. We are delivering on our promises in regards to this, Madam Speaker. We need the federal government to get on and deliver their side of this promise. Thank you.